Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 11. It is round 5, Wednesday, the 17th of December, 2025. Let's get stuck into the first game. It is Brisbane Lions versus Collingwood at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. Brisbane are going for their third win in a row, where Collingwood is looking for their second win for the season. Okay, quarter time has come and completed. Brisbane kicked 1-4 to Collingwood 2-4. So Collingwood are up by 6 points, 16-10. Let's go to the second quarter of this match at the Gabba. Halftime siren has gone, and Brisbane have kicked 5 goals 2 to Collingwood 6 goals 2. And it is 12 points the difference to Collingwood, 54-42. Let's get the second half underway in this game. Which team will be on top at the end of this game? And we've got Brisbane. They've kicked 2 goals 1 to Collingwood, 1 goal 6. And it is 11 points the difference Collingwood's way, 66-55 Brisbane. Let's go to the last quarter of this match. Will Collingwood get their second win for the season, or will it be Brisbane 3 in a row? And in the end, Brisbane have come up trumps in the last quarter. They kicked 5 goals 2 to Collingwood, 1 goal 4 at the Gabba. Final score, Brisbane 13-9, 87 to Collingwood 10-16, 76. Let's get stuck into the second game. It is Essendon versus Melbourne at the Marvel Stadium. Essendon are looking for their first win of the season. They are on the bottom of the ladder. High scoring in the first quarter. 11 goals have been kicked. Essendon, they kicked 6 goals 5 to Melbourne, 5 goals 5. So Essendon are 6 points up at this stage. Second quarter siren has gone, and Melbourne, they kicked 6 goals 5 to Essendon, 3 goals 5. So at half time, it is 12 points of difference to Melbourne. Second half underway. 3-quarter time has come and completed. Essendon, they kicked 2 goals 2 to Melbourne, 4 goals 1. So it is 23 points the difference to Melbourne. Let's go to the last quarter. And the final siren has gone, and Melbourne have kicked 5 goals 4 to Essendon, 1-2 in that last quarter. And Melbourne, 49-point winners in this game. Essendon are on the bottom with 5 losses in a row. So the first 5 games they've lost. Essendon, final score 12-14, 86 to Melbourne, 20 goals 15, 135. All right, let's get stuck into the third game. It is the Derby, Western Derby, Fremantle versus West Coast Eagles. Both teams are looking to cement their top 4 position. West Coast, they kicked 6 goals 5 in that first quarter to Fremantle, 2 goals 3. And it is West Coast by 26 points. Second quarter underway. Halftime siren has gone, and West Coast, they've kicked 6 goals 4 to Fremantle, 5 goals 5. And at halftime, West Coast are up by 31 points. All right. So second half is underway. Three-quarter time has come, and Fremantle, they won it by a point. They kicked 4 goals 5 to West Coast, 4 goals 4. And it is West Coast by 30 points, 109-79. Let's go to the last quarter to see how much West Coast will beat Fremantle by. And in the end, West Coast have won by 20 points. Fremantle won the last quarter, kicking 4-6 to West Coast 3-2. Final scores, Fremantle 15-19, 109 to West Coast 19-15, 129. And that puts West Coast second on the ladder. Premier's last season for season 10. They could well be in position to win back to back. First time in AFT history. All right, next game, Gold Coast versus GWS Giants. Gold Coast have come out strong. They've kicked 5 goals, 5 to the Giants, 2 goals, 5. Second quarter underway in this game. Half-time siren has gone, and GWS, they've kicked in that second quarter 6 goals, 2 to the Gold Coast Suns, 1 goal, 1. So at halftime, the Giants are up by 13 points, 55-42. Third quarter underway in this game. And third quarter siren has gone, and Giants have kicked 3 goals, 6 to the Gold Coast Suns, 1 goal, 5. And the Giants are leading by 26 points, 79-53. Final siren has gone. The Giants have won by 23 points away from home at Metricon Stadium against Gold Coast. Gold Coast Suns, they won the last quarter by 3 points. They kicked 5 goals, 5 to the Giants, 5-2, but it wasn't enough for the Gold Coast Suns. Final scores, Gold Coast 12-16, 88 to the Giants, 16-15, 111. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Port Adelaide versus Carlton. Now, this is interesting. Port Adelaide win today, and they go inside the 8. All right, Carlton, they've kicked 6 goals, 2 to the Port Power, 4 goals, 6. Second quarter underway in this game. Halftime siren has gone, and the Blues have kicked 4 goals, 6 to the Power, 4-2 at halftime. Carlton lead by 12 points, 68-56. Second half underway. And the three-quarters siren has gone, and the Port Power have kicked 5 goals, 3 in that third quarter to Carlton, 2 goals, 2. And at three-quarter time, Port are in front by 7 points, 89-82. Last quarter underway in this game. Who is going to win? Could it be Carlton or could it be Port Adelaide? And in the end, it was Carlton by 12 points. They kicked 6 goals, 6 to the Power, 3 goals, 5. What an upset in this game. All right, Carlton. Final score 18-16, 124 to Port Adelaide, 16-16, 112. All right, next game, North Melbourne versus Richmond at the Marvel Stadium. And we've got 3 teams on a winning streak of 3 at the moment. Adelaide and St Kilda haven't played yet. 12 goals have been kicked in that first quarter. North Melbourne are down by a point. Richmond, 38-37. Second quarter underway. Halftime siren has gone, and Richmond have kicked 6 goals, 5 to 3 goals, 3. So in that first half, Richmond have kicked 12 goals to North Melbourne, 9 goals. Halftime, North Melbourne are down by 21 points, 58-79. Second half underway in this game. And the siren has gone for three-quarter time, and North Melbourne have kicked 1 goal, 6 to Richmond, 1 goal, 1. And it is 16 points the difference to Richmond, 86-70 in this game. Final quarter has completed. Final siren has gone. Richmond have won by 23 points. They kicked 6 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 5 goals, 2. And in the end, Richmond have won this game. North Melbourne final score 15-12, 102 to Richmond 19-11, 125. All right. So that takes us to Western Bulldogs versus St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. It's a triple header at the ground. Western Bulldogs, they're looking to get their second win of the season, and St Kilda are just trying to keep their win record intact. So first quarter down, St Kilda have kicked 6 goals, 1 to Western Bulldogs, 5 goals, 4, and it is St Kilda by 3 points in that first quarter. Second quarter underway. Halftime siren has gone, and Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals, 4 to St Kilda, 4-6. And it is the Western Bulldogs by 7 points, 74 to 67. Second half underway. 3/4 time siren has gone, and Western Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals, 1 to St Kilda, 6 goals, 2. But it's still 6 points the difference. Western Bulldogs way 111 to 105. Final siren has gone, and Western Bulldogs have got over the line against St Kilda. So St Kilda has got their first loss of the season. So the Western Bulldogs won by 10 points. Their final score 22-14, 146 to St Kilda 21-10, 136. So it was high scoring. Western Bulldogs won the final quarter, kicking 5 goals, 5 to St Kilda 5-1. All right, let's get stuck into the second last game of the round. It's Hawthorn versus Sydney. So it is Hawthorn 7th, Sydney 14th in this game. First quarter has completed, and Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Hawthorn 5-3. Second quarter underway in this game. Halftime has come, and Hawthorn have kicked 6 goals, 2 to Sydney's 3 goals, 3. And at halftime, Hawthorn are leading by 9 points, 71 to 62. Hawthorn are looking for their 4th win. Sydney are looking for their 2nd for the season. 3/4 time has come, and Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals, 1 to Sydney, 1 goal, 3. So Hawthorn are up by 13 points, 84 to 71. Final quarter underway. And the final siren has gone, and Hawthorn have just scraped in by 2 points against Sydney at Marvel Stadium. Hawthorn kicked 2 goals, 1 in that last quarter to Sydney, 3 goals, 6. So Sydney just couldn't get it done. Final scores, Hawthorn 15-7, 97 to Sydney 13-17, 95. All right, so last game of the round, it is Geelong versus Adelaide Crows at GMHBA Stadium. This is very intriguing because Adelaide Crows, if they win, they will be a game clear. So Geelong have won the first quarter. They kicked 4 goals, 2 to Adelaide, 4 goals, 1. Geelong have not won down at GMHBA Stadium as yet this season. And they've kicked 6 goals, 6 in that second quarter to Adelaide, 3 goals, 3. So it is 22 points of difference to the Cats, 68 to 46. Second half underway in this game. 2 more quarters and round 5 is complete. All right, the Cats have kicked 4 goals, 2 to Adelaide, 2 goals, 3. And it is the Cats by 33 points. It could well be Adelaide's first loss of the season. Final quarter underway. Final siren has gone, and Geelong have won their first game at GMHBA Stadium. They kicked 2 goals 3 to Adelaide, 6 goals 2 in that last quarter, so it wasn't enough to get over the line against the Cats. Cats final score 16-13, 109 to Adelaide 15-9, 99. So everyone has lost, and there's only one team that hasn't won yet, and that is the Bombers. They are stuck on the bottom with 0 wins, 5 losses. Well, we've got St Kilda, #1 offense team in third spot, and the Adelaide Crows, the #1 defense team. And we've got West Coast Eagles, Melbourne, and Brisbane with a winning streak of 3. So Brisbane are just outside the 8. Match of the round for round 6 is Adelaide Crows versus the Dockers. So it's first versus fifth at Adelaide Oval. So that concludes round 5. We'll see you next time for round 6, Sunday, the 21st of December, 2025.